안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 오늘은 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 오늘은 어깨 그리고 팔 하는 날이야. Today at the gym we hit shoulders and arms. Alright, so like I just said for today's title, guys, yes, we did hit shoulders and arms at the gym, and today's session was pretty rock solid. As you guys saw last week, I was rocking with the superset style. I was trying it out for the first time with my buddy Derek, and so I brought it back again today, and it was working pretty good. But in terms of just the workout itself, started off with some tricep push downs, and since we're doing superset style today because it's arm day, and also like a little bit of like side delts, I started with tricep push downs supersetted by cable curls. So the way that I set up in terms of rep range was first set, like my top set was shooting for about 4 to 6 reps, and my last two sets were aiming for about 10 to 12. So with the top set, I was aiming to go heavier, but the thing that never changes for any of my sets is always keep the same form. So I'm not necessarily trying to do a completely different form for my top set just because I'm going heavier. I'm not using that as a reason to compromise my form just because I'm going a little bit heavier. And so since I did it that way, I was able to get a really good burn on my triceps and biceps. So I was able to be nice and primed before I started my high rep sets. And I'm not gonna lie, those heavy sets, they were pretty good, but geez, shooting for that 10 to 12 rep range, holy cow, like the burn is like ridiculous. Like I literally couldn't feel my arms for like a hot minute, and I had to take like a little bit of like a longer rest period. So I usually aim to shoot for around like, I want to say like maybe 3-minute rest period. But when I was doing like these supersets, especially with the like the high rep ones, oh jeez, like I was sweating like crazy already, and I was getting like a crazy burn. So within like the first like 10 minutes, I already had to take off my sweatshirt just because I had like so much blood flow coming in my arms. I just needed to like let my arms breathe. So yeah, it was low-key crazy. And honestly, by the time I did like my second set, I was wearing like a large shirt from Gymshark, and I don't know if you guys seen like their I think it's called like their Essentials oversized shirt. I got that one in large, so it usually runs like relatively like kind of big on me, but man, the pump was going so crazy that it literally made me look like a superhero. Like my arms were like so filled out in the shirt, and my shoulders like were located already like getting kind of pumped. So I wish you guys could see it. It was ridiculous. I was feeling insane. But yeah, so essentially did about 3 sets here for the tricep push down superset by the cable curl. And cable curl honestly felt pretty good today. May or may not keep that in the routine. It's not really my favorite exercise, but it still does hit the biceps pretty good. And so yeah, that was that. Then for my next superset, I did easy bar skull crushers supersetted by hammer curls. And at first when people see this, like, that doesn't seem that bad of a superset, but trust me, if you do it right, you get a crazy burn, especially for like my biceps. Because the thing is, for hammer curls, like I barely ever feel those, and it low-key gets so annoying when I like do a set and I feel like I did absolutely nothing. But what I've been focusing on lately is just really focusing on like squeezing at the top with the hammer curls. And I don't know if that really added like beneficial like muscle growth or anything, but I know that you get a crazy burn with that. So I actually feel my forearms and my biceps on every single rep when I actually squeeze and really work on like holding that squeeze for a good 3 seconds, and then just like slowly on the way down doing that over and over. And I was only able to get like 10 reps with like the 30s with that one. And I usually am used to doing like repping out like the 50s. Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry about that, my alarm went off. But essentially, yeah, with hammer curls, I'm usually used to doing like 55s, maybe 60s on like a good day, just kind of repping it out. But the thing is, I never really feel like that good of like a squeeze when I do it. But trust me, if you guys haven't tried it before, I highly recommend, like when you do your hammer curls, not only like, well, I mean, I did mine like bilaterally, so that basically just means doing both arms at the exact same time. But whichever way you choose to do it, just try to do at least one time, just because couldn't hurt to really just try something one time, right? So what I recommend is literally just like doing like a hold. So you basically do like the regular rep, and then you want to hold right here when it's like fully contracted, like your forearm, and then after 3-second hold, then you let it drop. It's basically keep doing that over and over, and trust me, you guys will not be able to use that much weight. And honestly, I feel like I've been benefiting a lot from this, because I feel like I'm getting an actual like really good burn in my workouts when I'm doing my whatever exercise I'm doing. I feel like I'm actually benefiting a lot more than when I'm just like trying to shoot for like super high weight and then just trying to really use my ego to like just get the weight up as much as possible. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm not really trying to like impress anybody with the amount of weight I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get bigger. So if that's what it takes, then I'm just gonna leave my ego at the door, get bigger, rather than just trying to fit in my ego in everything that I do and just stay small, because that just sounds dumb. But yeah, did about 2 sets here this time. So with the superset, so superset was easy bar skull crusher and hammer curl. Did this for about 2 sets, and something I did different with the easy bar skull crusher this time was I just paused at the bottom of every single rep just to really emphasize on that squeeze. And I did something that Phil Heath showed, where he basically says push your arms like all the way back to almost have like your elbows like parallel with like the side of your head. And then instead of just kind of going out like regular, like going out like this way and that's really wrenching your elbows, just basically focusing on doing like a push up, like doing it this way. And once I tried that, holy cow, like I was not able to do that much weight on easy bar skull crushers. That felt absolutely amazing. So if you guys haven't tried that, it's pretty good. But as for the rest of my workout, it's nothing too crazy. Just finished off with some, I didn't record this set, but I just did 1 set of dips on the assisted machine. So there's a superset that I've already showed you guys several times. Well, not a superset, but a drop set. And it's basically you just find an assisted machine and just do as many body weight dips, pull-ups, whatever it is you want to do. And once you can't do that anymore, then you go down, put the pad up, and then just proceed to just get a really, really good stretch. Keep doing that over and over, and then maybe do that like 1 or 2 more times, just dropping the weight as you go. And trust me, especially if you're really focusing on literally like leaning back into your tricep rather than just like leaning forward to engage your chest, I'm telling you guys, the burn that you'll get is out of this world. And I feel like it'll actually get you some like really good gains, or if it doesn't get you any gains, it'll definitely get you a really good burn if that's what you want to go for. But yeah, so right after that, just finished off with shoulders for the workout, and this one I did 1 set of the 35s for my top set. Then my back down sets were the I decided to use the 25s and just really focus on getting like a really good range of motion and like slowing it down the eccentric, and I had a pretty nice burn, a pretty good delt pump at the end of it. I wanted to check out the pump, but I was like, it's not really that worth. I'm not really feeling it right now. But essentially, that's what the workout was, and yeah, that was pretty much it for today. So without further ado, hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. This is gonna be my last lift in Lynchburg for about a week or two. Well, not a week or two, about a week and a half, because I'm leaving tomorrow morning, then coming back sometime sometime in the next week or so. And so yeah, gonna enjoy a good Christmas break, but I'm still gonna be uploading. I'm just gonna be at my house. I'm not sure what gym I'm gonna go to yet, because I'm only gonna be home for a week, so I just need to figure that out. And so yeah, but essentially that is it. So without further ado, just remember, get jacked, be cool with everybody, and we're all gonna make it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.